Let's get it. Let's go. It's Titan in the morning. It's Titan in the morning. Come on, y'all. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, you. Good morning. Hey, you and you and you and you and you. And you get a good morning, and you get a good morning, and you get a, and y'all all get a good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? It's a good morning. It's a great morning. It's a blessed morning. Who you at? Where you at? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? What you doing? Look, y'all, we gonna carry it on in this morning, okay? That's what we gonna do. Hey, D Holly. D Holly said, good morning. Yes, that's what we doing this morning. We are doing that this morning. That's how we doing it. Good morning to you, D Holly. Good morning to everybody coming in. Y'all tell a friend, kick your shoes off, put your feet up, grab your cups, and let's do what we do on a Tuesday and a Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's what we doing this morning. That's how we doing it. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning. Yes, indeed. Good morning. All welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Yes, tell a friend. Okay, that part right there. Good morning to you. Good morning. Look, y'all, this is what we're going to do this morning. Y'all come on in and say what you got to say. Let me know that you are in. TikTok, tippity tap, tap, tap the middle of that screen. Let me know that you in. Show me some likes, some follows, some hearts, some roses, some gifts. Whatever it is you feel that you want to do this morning, you go ahead and you do it. And you do it. And you do it, do it, do it. Yes, that part. That part right there. Well, thank you. I love your energy as well. Come through. That's what we're going to do this morning. Okay? Yes, indeed. Y'all know what today is. Y'all know how we do. Hey, good morning to you. This is me. Good morning. So, Brilliant Tay, this morning, it is 54 degrees, right? So you see I got a little hoodie on, right? But my hoodie don't have no sleeves really, though. It don't have no sleeves. So, yeah, it's a little cool where I'm at this morning. But that's all good. That's all good. I like the cold. I actually like the cold. So I'm good with that, right? It's 78 there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that old cool breeze, that cool front, all of that stuff has come in this morning. Y'all be good with it this morning. Y'all be good with it this morning. Okay. Look, so this morning, yeah, most definitely. Y'all go ahead. Look, I'm gonna try to keep this hoodie on. Look, let me see. I keep pulling it up and it keep coming down. I'm gonna try to keep it up, but it looked like I'm enclosed in something, right? I look like I'm enclosed in something. Well, good morning to you as well. They said good morning, Miss Netta. Y'all, is that supposed to be some type of insult? Like I don't get it. Look, let's start the morning off right. Good morning to you as well. Hey, Miss Netta. You know what? If I look like Miss Netta, then hey to you as well. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate you. But we don't have that up in here. Miss Netta is her own person, and Miss Netta is who she is and beautiful in her own right. And we don't have no right telling somebody they look like somebody because of. And my question is, what's the reasoning behind it? Why do you feel the need to tell me, right? Feel the need to tell me that that's what it is. And then you say, sorry for the confusion. What's the confusion? What's the confusion? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good morning to you. Good morning. Indeed, indeed. And then so y'all, I'm gonna get a little bit of the comments this morning, right? We go get a little bit of the comments this morning because we're not doing what people always say. Well, Titan, you should do that now. No, we're gonna get the comments this morning. And let's see here. I have a toilet underneath me. Well, I think we all have a toilet in the house. So yeah, there it is. You know what? This morning, y'all are in this morning, right? So y'all, I'm gonna read some of these comments, yeah, and we're gonna go ahead on and get into it. But y'all know what we're gonna do. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Okay. Flaming hot Cheetos. We didn't already talked about that, right? This might be somebody that's new to coming in, doing a what's the matter? Have you looked at your hair? It's on my head. It's growing out of my scalp. Look, okay. That part. Exactly. Well, good morning to you as well. Okay, good morning to you as well. Exactly. Exactly. Not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you. Thank you, Taurus girl. I appreciate that. Hey, sweetie girl. Good morning. That person says, such a sweet princess. Indeed, I am. If that's what you feel I am, then I am. Yeah, then I am. That's it right there. Okay. Exactly, exactly. Y'all come through and say what you gotta say. Do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Okay, exactly, exactly. Indeed, Anthony, it's all good. Good morning. Okay, Taurus girl said that she's a loctician in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, Taurus girl, that's what I'm talking about. My loctician here is Imani Ray, and she does the business. That's what she does in this morning. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we do it. Good morning. Good morning. Indeed. Indeed. Yes, yes, y'all. Hold on. Let me take a little sip. Oh, and that part right there. Yes. Good morning. So someone said, hi, may I ask what your ethnicity is? I am a black gay man who is HIV positive. Let me put all that out there. So no questions for anybody else that come in on that. Yes, I am a black man. I am blackety black, 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 24/7, 365. That is who I am and what I am. Indeed. Well, thank you for the question. Good morning to you. Welcome in. Good morning. I'm going to pop on over here. All right, y'all. So let's do it one time. Okay, I see y'all. All right, so let's go ahead. A TikTok, tippity tip, 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 the middle of that screen. Let me know that you are in. Let me know that you're there. Show me some gifts, some roses, some diamonds, whatever it is you want to show me over here. YouTube, Facebook, Insta, Podbean, X. Y'all show me some thumbs up. Show me some hearts. Show me some love. Y'all like, y'all follow, y'all share, right? Now, today, what we're going to do is that we're going to just check in today and we're going to breathe. That's what we're going to do. Y'all, this hoodie is not working for me. This hoodie is not working for me. Whew, I feel like I can't hear myself. I want to hear myself think, right? So this morning, I just want to check in with you all. I really want to just do something different, which I do this already, but I just want to do it a little differently this morning. I want to check in with you. How are you doing this morning? Really? Right? Hey, Sakita, good morning. And Sakita would always do this when we would have our meetings. I can't remember the name right now, but we would really check in. How are you doing? Really? Right? I know the regular answer. I'm good. I'm all right. You know what I mean? But how are you doing really? So I want to check in with you all this morning. Hey, Miss Gwen, good morning. morning. I want to check in with you all this morning. And I want to just ask the question, how are you this morning? Really? Right? And what I want you to do is I want you to hold on a second. Let me move this microphone out the way because I want to scoot up a little bit. I feel like I need to be in y'all face a little bit. Hey, and good morning. So this morning, I just want to check in and I want to breathe, right? And so I want to go ahead and do the breath. We're going to take a breath this morning, but I want to check in with you all. How are you this morning, right? So think about that, right? While you grab your cups, right? Because this morning, I'm still on the 30 ounce this morning, y'all. Y'all don't judge me because I will be bouncing out the walls, but I'm still on the 30 ounce this morning. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, when I tell you that got a little twang to it, when I tell you, yes, good morning. Hey, good morning, Maddie. Good morning to you. This is me said every day is a struggle, but as long as I'm breathing, no complaints. I'm pressing daily. Come on, press through. This is me. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning. Thank you all so much for the gifts. Ann said, I'm feeling you're depressed. I'm feeling very depressed for some reason. And you know what, Ann? We hold space for that. If you're feeling depressed on that, right, then you go ahead, you acknowledge that. And then, think about like sometimes people will tell you, oh, well, you know what, just you'll be okay, you'll be all right. I think the first step in knowing what's going on or feeling what's going on or understanding what's going on is to acknowledge that there is something going on, right? And so with that, I ask that you just acknowledge what it is, right? Take those steps to make sure you protect your peace and you understand. But also, too, we want to look at how can we curve that feeling, right? What are some things that we could actually do, right? Once you know what that is, what that feeling is, and you've acknowledged it, right? And like you said, for some reason, you don't know exactly why you're feeling this way, right? And then I ask that you acknowledge it, right? And then you go on that journey one step at a time to figure out what that is. But the acknowledgement is key. A lot of times we don't do that, right? We don't acknowledge the fact that we feel a certain way. We acknowledge, right, that there is pain, but what is the pain? We acknowledge, right, that there is a cloud hanging over my sunny day, but what's that actual cloud, right? And so a lot of times that's what we do. So that's what I mean by check in. And thank you so much, Ann, for being transparent with us. I appreciate you. Dolphin said, well, you got that sipping down, friend. Okay, I got it down. Okay. So this morning we're going to talk about, we just going to check in with, I want to check in with you, right? How are you doing this morning? How are you feeling this morning? I want to check in with you, right? And then we want to take a breath. We're gonna take a breath. We in a couple of minutes already into it, but we're gonna get this breath this morning. Okay. D Holly said, I'm feeling really good this morning because I woke up with my health and strength. Indeed. Indeed. And y'all, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment and acknowledge what that really is, right? I don't want you to do a rehearsal, right? I don't want you to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm good," right? How are you really, right? And y'all, that's a part of healing from whatever it is, right? Now, some of us may have to seek out professional help, right? Therapy, spiritual help, mental health, emotional health, whatever it may be, right? But the reality of it is that in order for you to be able to deal with it or know what it is, you have to be able to call it what it is. I'm not saying self-diagnose, right? However, I am saying that you know when you're not feeling good. You know when your energy is low. You know when things have been coming back and again and again and again. You know when anxiety hits, things like that. So that's what we're talking about this morning. I am not a doctor. I cannot diagnose you. I cannot say this, But I do know that when we're dealing with something, we have to acknowledge what it is, right? And we have to be real about it. If this has happened 4, 5 days in a row, there's a problem, right? There's an issue, there's a concern, right? And then you not diagnosing yourself saying this is what it is, but you're saying, okay, something's not right. My regular day to day is not right, right? My regular feelings and emotions are not right. I'm not checking myself like I should, right? That's when we know, right? That's when we know. Hey, Tim, good morning. Good morning. Maddie said, absolutely. Maddie said, I'm doing as good as I'm allowing myself to feel. I'm choosing happiness today. How are you? And Maddie, that's the point, right? Let me tell you something. When you wake up and you get up in the morning, right? You are in control of how your day flows, even if you're in the midst of chaos and destruction. Y'all with me? Even though you may be in the midst of chaos and destruction, you are in control of what happens throughout your day with you. You can't control others, right? You can't control them, but you are in control of where you're at. So, if, like Maddie said, I am allowing myself happiness today, right? A happiness. And that is my goal from start to finish is happiness. Will things happen? Yes. Will people come your way? Yes. However, I am saying to myself, I choose happiness today. Now, that doesn't mean that all my problems are gone away. But what it means is I've acknowledged that there is a deficit, that I need happiness today, that I'm in control of my day. And that's how I'm going to go about it. Okay, that part. Ann said, very thankful for being able to wake up. God is good. Indeed, all the time. Joe said, the political climate really messes up the energy. Indeed, it does. However, what we have to understand is there are always going to be forces and things out there in the world that are going to yuck our yum, mess us up, tell us that we can't feel this way, that we're not good. But I want to tell you today that you are blessed in that manner. You have gifts, right? You have abilities in order to do these things, right? And make sure that you are good. Y'all with me? Exactly. Hey, Dolphin. Dolphin said, I love your inspiration. Gives me hope for the day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. Maddie said, I just love you. So thankful I found your page. Indeed, Maddie. Thank you for being here. Good morning. So, y'all, what we're going to do, y'all know what we do. We sprinkle it into the cup. But, y'all, I want to breathe this morning. I want y'all to breathe with me this morning. Can we do that? Can we do that? That's what I want to do. D. Holly said, yes, Titan, we all have our off days because we don't feel the same every day. And we don't. What I would like for you all to do is to go on and search the feelings wheel, right? The feelings wheel. The feelings wheel basically is a wheel that you can do daily, but it asks you to acknowledge where you're at and how you're feeling. I sort of got that from the feelings wheel. I did a cohort some years ago, probably 2019. And in the cohort, or 2018, 19, in the cohort, I was like, what? Like, I can acknowledge my feelings, right? Like, you know, wait, you know what I mean? And so when I wake up in the morning, I acknowledge the fact that I don't feel good if I don't feel good. Or I acknowledge the fact, right, that I am blessed and favored, right? If that's what I feel. But the reality of the feelings wheel is that I will tell you, or I will know or speak my feelings, right? And a lot of times, y'all, what happens is we don't want to speak them because once we speak it, it makes it real. But you cannot conquer something. You can't go on this journey and understand it if you do not call it by its name. Now, y'all, sometimes calling it by its name mean that we're gonna have to stand up and be accounted for. Because we call it by its name, it presents itself, it becomes real, right? Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to do this, but for me, I had to call it by its name. Why do I feel this way? Right? I need to acknowledge that something is not right this morning. I need to acknowledge that I felt good yesterday, but I don't feel good today, right? I need to acknowledge that I do feel some type of way. Maybe I need to take a day off. Maybe I need a mental health day. Maybe I need to just woosah. Maybe I need to pray and meditate. Maybe I need to protect my peace because we will go about our day as if we are robots. We don't have feelings. I will feel it later on, right? I will feel it back then. I'll feel it here and there. And the reality of it is that we need to be able to understand what it is. So acknowledgement is key. Now, you may not know exactly what it is because you may not have been clinically diagnosed, right? Or you may not have a mental health diagnosis or whatever it may be, right? However, you do know that something is off, something's not right, there's a concern in your life because it's your life. It is your life. You feel me? So when I say we checking in this morning, we checking in. How are you doing really? And it's okay to let your feelings be known if that's your thing. If that's your bag, that's your bag. You feel me? You let your feelings be known. You do what you do, right? Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Okay. That part right there. That part right there. Okay. So let's take a sip, right? What I want to do is I want to take a sip and we're gonna come back to it. And let's take a breath, right? Let's take a breath. I see y'all coming in. I see the comments. I'm getting back to them, right? I'm getting back to them. Okay, yes, we have the off days. Okay. All right. The best said, good morning. What are we talking about today? We're just checking in and we're going to breathe today, right? We're talking about acknowledging your feelings. We're talking about being real with yourself. When you wake up in the morning, every morning you don't feel it, right? But it's okay to check in with yourself. It's okay to check in and acknowledge that this morning I'm not feeling it, right? It's okay to check in and say, I'm feeling good. It's okay to check in and say, today is going to be a great day because I'm going to make it so, right? I'm going to make it so. Y'all, and what we have to do, well, I'm not saying what you have to do, but I just want to say this. We got to stop running from our feelings and our emotions. We run from them because we've been taught that we need to push them under a rock or push them under the bed or push them out the door so that we don't have to deal with them. But y'all, this is what happens. When you don't deal with something, what you do is you cause it to fester and grow. So then when it comes back around the next time, you got to really deal with it. Why put off today? Why put off tomorrow what you can do today? I'm trying to get it right, right? Deal with it here and now. This is my thing. Now, this may not be for everybody, but I had to call it what it was. I wasn't feeling good, right? But I was steady going to work and doing the things. I didn't like it anymore. It didn't make me feel good. It wasn't it was still my passion, but it just hurt for me to go in, right? So, Titan, what's wrong? Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. That little ache, oh, that little side pain, oh, that headache, I'll get over it. I'll get through it. I'm done. But you got to check in with yourself. You feel me? Yes, you do the job well. Yes, you are that person. Yes, you're the HNIC. Yes, you're that one that's there that's doing it. However, right? When do you take time for you? When do you check in with yourself? When do you understand that pain that you're feeling, right? That nagging pain, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, that nagging pain is not going away. So there's something there that you need to take responsibility for, right? You need to take care of, right? I had to do it myself. I couldn't wait for somebody else to give me the day off. I had to take a day off. I couldn't wait for somebody else to say, hey, Titan, you good? I had to say, Titan, wait, hold up, bro. Hold up. Hold up. When you got up this morning, that was something different. That was a different type of pain, right? So let's whoa. Let's back that up. Sit down for a moment. You feel me? And let's think about this. When did this start happening? How did it happen? What's going on? Where is it at? When was the last time I've been to the doctor? Why haven't I been to the doctor? Things like that. But then I want to say this to you all. I wake up in the morning and sometimes I want to lay in the bed for an extra hour, right? And I shouldn't feel bad about me wanting to rest a little bit more. Or I wake up in the morning and I'm tired. You feel me? So, what we have to do, I know I said have to, but what we have to do for ourselves is acknowledge, check in with you, check in with you. If you're going to check in with everybody else, check in with yourself. I'm checking in, Titan. What's going on this morning? Right? I'm checking in. I got me a 30-ounce cup this morning. What's going on? No, it ain't going to be good if I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to check in this morning. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 And that part, right? That's what we're doing this morning. So we want to check in this morning. So, and also I want to do a breath this morning. Y'all, I have, yes, people call me a motivational speaker. I do speak on occasions and events and panels and things like that. And so, yes, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I'm a motivational speaker and I love it. Okay. I love it. Hey, her resilient Rebel Brown. Good morning. Said, I love you. I love you too. I love you too, sis. Yes, indeed. Okay, how about that, Silent? I feel you. Okay. The best mother says, I love my sleep and I like to sleep in on the weekends. Indeed. And you don't have no problems, right? No problems sleeping in on the weekend, right? Y'all, sometimes we feel we have to go, 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 right? Y'all, last weekend, I took my time. I got a chance to see my aunt. I was able to check in with some friends, but I took time for myself, relaxed, had a moment. You know what I mean? And y'all, when we are out here in these streets thinking that we have to go, 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 there's something going on that we don't want to sit still for a moment and check in. We got to check in. That's what we got to do. But we got to check in with ourselves. You can check on me. I can check on you. I can do all of these things. But if I'm not checking in on myself, then what am I really doing? I'm not going to be any good for you because I'm no good for myself because I can't check in with who I am. Period. Okay. Period. D. Holly said, I had to do that when my shoulder started hurting me on the job. I went to the doctor right away. Exactly, because what we will do, D. Holly and everybody, what we will do is that we will wait till that shoulder's about to fall off before we actually go to the doctor. We will say that we are super troopers, that we are people that we can do it, right? And then not only that, that little pain don't mean a lot, right? And y'all, I don't know what it is. And now I know what it is, but we have this thing that we have been born and bred in this world and in this country that we are to suffer, right? We are to suffer before we go to a doctor, before we go get it checked out. We are to suffer. If it's not a pain of a 20 or a 30, right? If it's a pain of a 5, we don't need to go check it out, right? We just gonna leave it what it is. No, 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 no. We need to check that out. Like D. Holly said, I had to go check. I had this pain in my shoulder, right? And then what happens is you ignore the pain. Then 2 weeks later, that shoulder say, "Ooh, oh, no, bro, no, sis, you can't, now, Queen King, you can't, right? You got to know. Checking in, how am I? I am blessed and feeling good. Rebel Brown, I am good, sis. I am checking in with you all today because I feel that I needed to check in on myself and check in on you all. So I am feeling good this morning on about it and how we gonna do it. And that's what we gonna do. You feel me? D. Holly said, yes, you are a very motivational Titan. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, ungrateful youth. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, the best mother said, amen to that. I'm a damn emotional roller coaster, to be very honest. Indeed. Indeed. A lot of times what we do, We are on an emotional roller coaster. We don't know, right? We and you know what, y'all? It's okay. It's okay that we don't know, but we can acknowledge. We can say, "Hey," right? We can say, "I got you." Okay, D, how to say we will wait until the shoulder falls off. Okay, that'll be it, right? We'll be dragging that shoulder into work, still trying to do work. Still trying to do work. I let myself get sick, so sick that I temporarily went blind, went out on FMLA and was fired my first day. Oh, okay, the best mother. See, and this is what I'm saying. Sometimes what we do is we believe. Now, y'all, I'm not saying that you don't have to. We got to pay bills. Money make the world go round, right? So I'm not telling you do not do what you need to do for your house and your home and your life, right? But at the expense of your health, that's where the problem comes in. That's where the concern comes in. That's where the acknowledgement comes in because we are not making sure that we're taken care of, right? But we want the end product. We want the work to be done because we don't want to be fired. We don't want to be let go. And I want to say this to you all. What if that's not for you? What if that's not for you? Right? That's why we got to acknowledge where we're at in those moments. What if that's not for you? And you over here killing yourself. Excuse me, unaliving yourself. Y'all, I'm sorry. I hope they don't these words, right? Unaliving yourself so that you can make sure that somebody else meets the bottom line. And that's not good for you, right? I don't play now. If anything is wrong, I go right away. I can't work if I'm dead. You better say it. That part right there. Okay. Brilliant Tay said being. Okay. The doctors and hospitals is my second home. I wish I could not see one for a while. And that part, this is me. You know what? A lot of times it is what it is. And we just have to acknowledge that that's what it is, right? So if we know, then we can prepare ourselves, right? If we know, we can understand what's to come and what's going to happen. But if we don't acknowledge, if we're not real with ourselves, we will play the game. We will play the game. Don't play. Okay, exactly. So I went above and beyond for this place, and they fired me on my first day back from FMLA. Ah, I see what exactly. Okay, now I know that my next job, a little bit after I start, I'm applying for intermittent FMLA to cover me. Okay, and for everybody in here, if you have a chronic illness, make sure that you apply for intermittent. Gotcha, gotcha, exactly. Okay, that part. Tell it to them. Give it to them. Let them know what it is. That's what we do. All right, y'all. So grab y'all cups this morning. Y'all got y'all cups. I got my 30 ounce this morning, and I just really want to take a sip. Okay, I just really want to take a sip this morning, and while we're checking in, right? And then y'all, yeah, yes, we're gonna breathe. But I just wanted to check in. Is it my spirit was telling me that some of you had something that you wanted to say, and I wanted to check in with you all. And yes, we're gonna do a breath. But grab your cups. Let's sprinkle it in. We checking in this morning. That's what we doing. We checking in. Good, bad, indifferent, sideways, ways, up and down, holloways. We checking in this morning, and we being real with ourselves this morning. That's what we're doing. Okay. That's what we're doing. Y'all ready? Let's go ahead on and sip on this because what we're doing, we're acknowledging, right? Oh, hold on. Now, look, y'all talking about the motivational speaker, right? Look, y'all know what my mug says. The best speaker gets the biggest mug. That's what my mama got me. Now, look, let me tell y'all something. My mama still called me her baby, even though I'm in my 50s, right? And she got this 30 ounce mug and know that I'm going to be bouncing off the wall. However, I'm going to go ahead and sip, right? And I'm going to show you how you sip when your mama that still calls you her baby buys you a 30 ounce mug, right? And then you feel all the good libation in that 30 ounce mug. Now, y'all sip with me like this. Come on, come on. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay, that's about right. That's about right. That right there. That right there. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something, right? Y'all, look, this is Titan in the morning, and this is how we sip. I'm gonna move back just a little bit because I want to get this breath in this morning, and I want y'all to breathe with me this morning, right? Yes, indeed. I'm extra, all the way extra. Look, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing ever gonna be just plain. I'm from Houston, Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas unless you've been to Alaska, right? So that's how we sip here at Titan in the morning. You come in, we sip. Now, it may sound like, it may feel like, it may look like, it may even wanna, right, be something other than a sip. It's not a slurp. That is a sip. Baby, this morning, that's what we do, right? That's what we do. Good morning. Okay, 50 feet said we sipping early this morning. Good morning, Titan. Good morning. Yes, we sipping this morning. We sipping this morning. Said so extra. LOLs. I think that's how you say it. You single? Yes, I am single. And I'm sipping to mingle. Okay. And I'm sipping to mingle. Now, LOLs, what you got for me? What you got for me, LOL? Go on and hit that inbox if you got something for me. Don't play with me now. I'm single and I'm sipping the mingle. Okay, look, we're gonna sip. All right, stop playing with me this morning, y'all. Stop playing with me this morning. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead on and do it. We're gonna get into this breath this morning. Silent Chat said we can sip as loud as we want to a Titan Capri in the morning. Come on, that's what I'm talking about, baby. We gonna sip. That's what we gonna do. What? Hold on, y'all. So y'all look. So here we go again. Like, what are we talking about? Like, my live does not. So here we go again, y'all, and it didn't happen again. See, and this is why I say sometimes, like, you got to be real careful. Okay, here we go, silent chat. So somebody then said that my live has been restricted again. So here's the thing: it's restricted for 10 minutes for some audiences. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results for the next 10 minutes because you may be promoting a brand, product, or service. The restriction will be removed once you turn on the content disclosure section setting. I don't have see, and this is what's weird, right? Now, here we are, like, yeah, I don't know what it is. Let me tell y'all something. So we're gonna get into the breath, right? We're gonna breathe because this right here is what happens when I was not doing these numbers, when I was not having the audience that I have, when I was not doing all of that, right? um I don't even know the best mother. I don't even know if that was it. I'm talking about a 30-ounce mug, and I didn't mention, like, there's no branding on that. Right. It's a 30-ounce mug. Like, but we talk about things all the time. So here lately, right? Now that I'm doing the numbers that I'm doing and I'm having the following that I'm having, and I'm having all of these things, now I have been getting restrictions. And then I've been even blocked from going live on certain days. One of my village, my tribe, my gang came to me and said, "Hey, Titan, where you been?" And I said, I've been in, clank clank TikTok, clank clank, because somebody said that my live was against community guidelines, right? And y'all, we know what we always talk about, right? And so, and I didn't have this problem earlier this year, but after I started getting it, well, no, take that back. I didn't have this problem last year, right? This year in particular, because I've been growing and pushing more and being on live more, I get this all the time. And so, y'all, here's the thing. The push is, this is the change. The push is they want you to be in the shop doing these promotions, right? I'm not promoting anything here. I'm just talking about something. So, y'all, here's the thing that gets me about social media and in the world today. So let's go ahead. I want to check in with this. This is what gets me. We are going back, right, to a space or trying to control what's going on. You unleash the beast, let the beast out, whatever it is on social media, right? And then now you're trying to reel it in, community guidelines. But what happens is that they shut you down, right? And then they research later. And this affects your this affects your livelihood. This affects your monetarily. It affects you. It also affects your growth and the things that you're doing, right, on these platforms. So they give you these free things, but then they put restrictions around these free things, right? And then they let you know that they're going to restrict you for 10 minutes in certain places, right? As if they heard something. The least that they could do, if the AI or the robot or whatever it is, the algorithm is finding these things, is tell you what it is. How you're going to restrict somebody, take somebody out of something, and you don't even let them know what it is, right? That's like me driving a car. I'm out here and the popo pulled me over 3 miles down the road and tell me 3 miles ago that I went through an intersection or I was speeding. Like, how does that work? Why don't you tell me what it is? But see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. When you are on these platforms and you are doing this, y'all, before I started growing, before my platform started growing, before my brand started growing, I didn't have these problems because I wasn't on the radar. Now people come in, right? And that I'm on the algorithm, I'm in the ether, and people are even saying, why are you on my FYP? Like, why are you here? Like, I put myself on your FYP. I don't know how I got there. I just know that I'm there, right? But you can't blame me for being on your FYP. And then you go and report me because I'm talking about my Black, gay, HIV positive life. You understand what I'm saying? Then now here lately, you can't mention anything, well, at least with me, because y'all know this is the second strike that I've gotten on a live, right? I'm not talking about outside of the live. I'm talking about on live. This is the second strike that I've gotten with them saying they were going to restrict me for 10 minutes. And remember, the other one said that they were going to restrict me, period. Like, no 10 minutes. This time it was 10 minutes. So what's really happening? And so, y'all, I'm talking to y'all this morning because y'all know that's what we do in our village and tribe and gang. We talk about it. We be about it because it's real life. Now, I could have just said, you know what, y'all, I'm not even going to mention it, but I want y'all to know what's happening, right? And then this is why a lot of times creators, content creators, influencers, if you want to call them that, whatever it may be, this is why they get out of the game. Because once you start to grow and once you start to get monetary value on something, it takes on a whole nother level. It takes you to a whole nother pace. And now you have to abide by these rules. Well, before I was flying under the radar and I didn't have to truly abide by the rules because I wasn't touching people like that. Now I'm out in the ether and I'm touching people, more people. And y'all know how it's been. People have been coming in really not liking what I'm talking about. And this is not me trying to get clicks or the clickbait or likes and stuff like that. Y'all are on here with me when this stuff happens real time. This morning, right? Somebody talking about, you look like Miss Netta, right? Or you need to repent, right? Or you need to not do this. What do you mean? You know, this is not good. Oh, you real, you know, just an old princess. And I'm thinking, What? Y'all know I don't care. But real talk, that's how it is. So back when I said that I was going to be done, somebody asked me yesterday, well, Titan, why did you take a break for a while? And I said, it's because of this, right? It's almost like you becoming a celebrity. I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but you have to understand where I'm coming from, right? You become a celebrity, right? And now you cannot do normal things anymore. Now you can't be who you are. You have to curve it. Now you are guilty before you can prove yourself innocent. Because why would you shut me down? I'll never forget. Somebody was in my background when I was out doing a live one day in my background, and they were talking about something. I didn't even hear them, but the algorithm picked it up, right? And they blocked me for 8 days because somebody behind me said something. So y'all, I started using my earbuds that has a noise cancellation, so you can't hear all that. But if I'm at a festival, if I'm somewhere, at an event, I want you to know what's going on around me, but I can't do that. But then you have those that are on, right? And they cuss from A to Z, up and down, talk about everything, talk about the political climate, use all the words, right? But they're not on the free platform. Their platform is paid for. That's the difference. You can pay for it, right? You can go and you can do that, but on the free platform where you are welcome to come in and you can have 1 billion subscribers on this platform, but you put community guidelines up and then you set an algorithm, a bot to catch these words. So I was on YouTube, and on YouTube, this was 2 years ago. Probably not even two. I'm trying to think, when was it? 2021? It was during COVID, I believe. And I had this live where I had guests on, and we were talking about, y'all know, I'm not going to say it because I know I'll get another strike. Do you know that in 2024, from 2021, 2020, 2021, it was somewhere around there. 2024, they came and told me that they have taken down my live, right? Now, that live in particular had more views than all of my lives, right? That one in particular, we were talking about, the 19 and talk about how it was going and and what was happening. And they came and they took it away, right? Now, here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing, and I don't want to let y'all know, like, this is small, but it's big. If my live was monetized and I'm getting paid by viewership, clicks, I'm getting paid by interactions and things like that, you just took down my video because of they said that it was false narrative. It was I was spreading false something about the whole 19 part. And I said, we were just having a conversation about going to get, right? So y'all, I don't even want to say it because I'm just like, it makes no sense. But here's why a lot of creators and content creators, and I am not on that level yet, right? I'm not saying I won't get there, but I'm not on that level yet. These people are on the level of hundreds of thousands of individuals following them, hundreds of thousands of interactions a day. They're getting paid their mortgage, right? Monthly is getting paid by them being on creating content and doing things. And then here you go. Right? So the guidelines need to be clear. So y'all, I'm just checking in this morning. You all witnessed it. I just had to do a rebuttal. I had to tell them that I need them to research. And then it doesn't help, right? That even though I'm saying that this is not true, it's not clear, I don't know what it is that I'm doing, the countdown started. 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 8 minutes. They restricted me, right? And y'all, if you are someone that is out here and you're checking your analytics, you're checking those things, I want you to be careful about what you agree to and how you agree to it. Because if they restrict you and you say, oh, well, that's what it is, bada, 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 and you don't really look at it, they can do it again and again and again. You must know what you're doing wrong or what's against community guidelines if they're going to restrict you, right? So I digress. We're going to bring it back and we're going to breathe, y'all, because I think this is a good lesson to know when you start to make moves, when your channel starts to grow, when your brand starts to reach out to other demographics and in intersections, you will have something like this. And I'm not saying everybody, right? But people have told me, Titan, that comes with the territory. Okay. Let's see what we got here. D Holly says something over here. Okay, you had said that earlier, D Holly. There, come on, that sprinkle, 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 sip, sip, sip. Yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I was going to say our growing in the algorithm as well. Indeed. Indeed. Yes, the bigger you get, the more they watch what you're saying. Indeed. Indeed. Let's see what we have. But I have been on channels where they curse each other out all day long, and the videos never get taken. They never. So it's weird, right? It's weird like that, right? And so I don't want to say, oh, whoa, it's me, this and that, but this is reality. Your channel is the most peaceful channels I have ever been. Oh, thank you. One of the most peaceful channels, indeed. Okay, Silent Chat said this is me. Look at LOL's profile. Did not happen until they came in. Indeed, indeed. Brilliant Tay. All right, you have a good day as well. Hey, the King, Positive King. They some haters in the house. Should we get them? I already took them out, things like that. But y'all, this is what gets me though. But here's the thing, and I want to say this, and I want to say this loud and clear. This is real life. People get to yell victim or get you shut down and don't have to prove it. Tell me how that mirrors real life. All I have to do is say that you have offended me in some form of fashion, and they will shut you down and take you down and not even ask questions. And then I had someone months ago, I don't know if y'all remember this, they kept coming in and asking me to answer their question. And I told them that I was not answering their question because their question was vulgar. Remember that? And so they kept asking me over and over and over again. My moderator blocked them, right? But they went to another profile, came in, and then reported me. And I don't even know if y'all remember this one. But the kicker was they kept coming in, and then it was like 3, 4, 5 people coming in the comments. It was different names, but all had the same type of what's the name? But they kept asking the same questions over and over and over again, right? And I said, oh, well, so you get to take care of them, right? No, didn't take care of them, right? And then that's why I said, I don't understand why we are always having to do the work, right? Which these algorithms are supposed to do. But then we have to do it. And then when we do it, right? Have y'all ever reported someone? Like, I don't go on people's page, regardless of what they're speaking and things like that. I just don't go to their page. I don't have anything to do with them. I'm not going in and trying to do that, but that's me. But let me say this, and then I'm gonna be done. Don't stop. Do what you need to do for you. If this is your thing, if this is what you want to do, right? Then you know what it is and you go forward. But I ask that you fight for your brand, your platform. I ask that you do not just say, okay, we're going to go with it. I ask that you fight every single time, because there are people out there that will push buttons, right, to get you shut down because they don't like what you're doing. So whoever this is right here, this is for you, but it's also for me. Keep on pushing and keep on doing. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, because at one point I was like, oh no, like I'm done. You know what I mean? Like I'm done with this. Hey, Wilhelmina. Hey, Kartik, right? Good morning over there on Podbean. Good morning to you all. So, yeah, y'all, that's that right there. So I know I took a moment with that, right? But I just wanted to make sure that we understand what that is, right? And that's not going to stop me. I'm going to continue to go and continue to do. I want to breathe with you all, right, this morning, but I want to say something. So on yesterday, I had the opportunity to have a presentation at a Project Leap class, right? And a Project Leap class is with the Ryan White Planning Council. It's a 17-week class. And basically what it is, it teaches you about Ryan White Planning Council, HIV, how it affects us, the communities, disparities, all of that, right? And so that you are able to become a Project Leap graduate, right? And then become a member of the Ryan White Planning Council, if that's your thing. But a lot of times individuals get into things and they don't necessarily understand what it is, right? Y'all with me this morning? And so I graduated Project Leap in 2020, right? During the pandemic. And so it was eye-opening for me because I didn't know, right, a lot of things behind that. And so I asked people, right? I said, hey, what do you think about me doing this? What do you think about me doing that? And they was like, that's a really good start. Get to where you at. I had no idea I'd be where I'm at today by joining them back in 2020, going through the class. The class was crazy. It was long, and I'm just being honest, right? And you had to make sure you were there. But now I facilitated Project Leap as a co-facilitator, and then I've also done presentations. And I'm saying all of this to you all this morning is because I thought that I didn't have a voice, right? Here comes the speaker part that y'all were talking about earlier. I thought I didn't have a voice. Yesterday, it was confirmed to me that my voice has grown. It was confirmed to me spiritually, emotionally, mentally, even physically, that my voice, right, has been validated. I do the presentation, and the presentation is me having a conversation with you. The presentation is, and I think I'm going to do it one morning with you all so I can go through it and we can talk about it. The presentation is people's first language, right? And a lot of times people will say to you, Titan, well, what does that mean? It means that me being a Black gay man who is HIV positive, right? It's the human aspect of language. It's the human aspect of me being before the disease or the virus, meaning that I have to understand that I'm human first, right? And a lot of times, the way that we correspond, have conversations, the way that we interact with people, it's language. It's language. And the language, right, doesn't necessarily put the person first. Y'all felt me on that? It doesn't necessarily put the person first. So I have a presentation with slides, but when I start the presentation, I ask, can we have a conversation? That's all I want to do, right? I have the presentation up, right, for reference, but I want to talk to you. I want to talk to the human in you, right? Now we're going to be real that there are things that are going to happen that we can't control this, we can't control that, we can't do certain things, right? However, what can we do? So yesterday, I start my presentation and the crowd, well, not the crowd, excuse me. the class, you never know how these things are going to go, right? But I always try to lead with the human aspect, right? I always try to lead with respect and honor for who you are, right? And so yesterday, it was a full circle moment because I meditated in the car before I went into the building to ask for my higher power, to ask for the energies and the spirits, to ask for my ancestors to be at my back, right? And to be able to let me deliver this so that people don't run away from this, right? And in 2024, people are still thinking negative about individuals, Black people like myself, people of color, living with HIV, thriving with HIV. But y'all, I said something to them yesterday. And what I said to them yesterday was, I am part of your community. I may not identify the way that you identify, but I am still part of your community. I am still your brother, your friend, your aunt, your uncle, your friend. I am part of the community, right? I stand here not trying to change you, but I stand here showing you respect by the language that I use, how I interact with you, the conversations that we're having. And y'all, I said all that right now in this because there were times that I questioned whether or not I was a good speaker, whether or not I could change the atmosphere in the room, whether or not that I could check in with myself and check myself on these biases that I have because I grew up in a place that used and abused me in a way. You understand what I'm saying? And so I had a couple of individuals that cried yesterday. One in particular was saying that came to me afterwards and said that I love your spirit. She said, I didn't know you from a can of paint, but when I walked in, your spirit is what drew me to you. Then you talked about your story and you were so open and honest about your journey. And I resonated with that. And y'all, at a time years ago, I had a problem, right, with telling you who I was, showing up the way that I show up, right? And y'all, we've talked about this because y'all, my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family, right? We've talked about this. We talked about how hard it is for people to stand up in front of you and disclose and have conversations. But another thing, too, as well, is that it's hard because our own families, right? People within our families say they love us, and at the side of their neck, they talking bad about who we are, how we identify, all the pronouns and acronyms and all of this stuff that they do. And they talk about the alphabet community and all of these things. And we have to stand there and take it because it's our family, right? Because this is the only place you know. This is the only place you can go. You don't have anywhere else to go. So a lot of times we'd have to do that. So language is key, but people's first language, right? I wore a shirt yesterday and I've worn it on here before, and it says no more stigma, right? And the stigma is my face is on the shirt, right? And all of the words that were ever said to me, right, about me being Black, gay, and HIV positive, I put on the shirt. And so, y'all, somebody asked me before I started doing this, right, and really tuning in to who Titan is, they said, Titan, why would you do that? And I was like, I don't know what you would do, but for me, this is what I have to do, right? This is my journey. This is me being me. So today, when I ask you to check in with yourself, check in with who you are and where you are. There are going to be things that are going to happen. Life is going to life. But I want you to know yesterday I had confirmation, right? In more ways than once, because I had confirmation before I went to the presentation to present the presentation. I had confirmation afterwards when I went to my second job, right? I had confirmation when I talked with my mother. I had confirmation when I talked to a old work buddy that I hadn't talked to since like February or March. And y'all, I'm saying this today because it's on my spirit that we want to put it down and we want to let it go. We don't want to be a part of the negativity, right? We don't want to have to always fight every time we go somewhere. Somebody mentioned the political climate right now, right? So, y'all, I want to say this, and then we're going to breathe and we're going to get out of here, right? I want to say this to you. Yesterday, I told my moms, I said, Mom, I said, I cried yesterday because of the individual, because I've been there. I've done that. Rode that ride and bought that t-shirt, that emotional roller coaster, right? But it was full circle moment. I cried for her, the things that she's been through, because they touched my spirit and my soul. But I also cried for the fact that I was going to let this go. And my spirit, my God, right? My higher power said, nah, bruh, that's not what we doing. I got something greater later for you. You just keep on doing what you're doing. You keep on with Titan in the morning. You keep on going live and speaking your ish. Y'all, this is how I talk to my high power. I don't know how you talk to your God, but this is how I talk to my God. This is what it is. When I dial that number and I call it up, we have a real conversation, right? And yesterday I stood there, and in that moment, when I got done with my presentation and I watched everybody's eyes, and I said, whoa, you're right. You're right, God. You're right. You're right. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Exactly with the followers that I have. Exactly where I'm supposed to be with my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family. Exactly where I need to be to effect change. Exactly how I show up. My spirit is my spirit, and that's all that it can be. I went and sat in my car for a while, y'all. I know my purpose, but it's a wonderful thing when the universe, when God sends a reminder to you. I showed somebody that presentation years ago, and they asked me, why would I do a presentation like that? I've done the presentation a total of 5 times, yesterday being the fifth. Keep going. Keep going. Keep pushing. Do you? There's a lane out there. There's a journey. There's a car. There's a speed limit. There's a whole universe out there for you. You keep pushing and going. Things are going to happen. Things are going to be. But yesterday, amongst other things that have happened this year in particular, I have been reminded that all of what I've been doing was not just for GP. It has a purpose. It has meaning because I'm standing in who I am and what I am and what I represent and how I show up. I'm not going to apologize for the tears. I'm not going to apologize for the emotions because it's warranted. You do not have to apologize. And this is what I told the young lady yesterday. You do not have to apologize. She said she apologized for disrupting my presentation. And I told her, no, you will never apologize for that. I'm your family. I'm your community. I am here for you. In this space, you are always welcome. You are always welcome emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically to do what you feel. You don't have to hold it back. And you don't have to apologize for being human. You do not have to apologize here. I'm your family now, right? You come on in and you do that. And I'm not asking you for anything outside of what you're willing to give. But we don't do that here. We're community, we're family. You have a safe space, a brave space, and a space to where you can come and be who you are. Be exactly what God made you to be. The things that have happened to you, right? You want to speak on them, you speak on them. If you don't, you don't. But this is your space. Y'all, I'm coming to the end. Years ago, almost 4 or 5 years ago, I sat in a meeting with about 5 individuals. And I said, we have to make change because I feel like we're going backwards. I feel like we're just checking boxes and we're not looking at the human aspect of individuals living with HIV. When they tell you, I'm ex-military, I'm a veteran, so I know about sucking it up and driving on. I know about towing the line. I know about, you eat it now and taste it later. I know about hurry up and waiting. I know about your feelings sometimes you're not able to express them. I get that. But I'm human and I can only take so much. And so I'm in this meeting with them. And I'm telling them that we got to change the way that we deal with clients and patients and people, right? Because we have taken the human aspect out of it. And you know what they told me? They told me all those years ago, Titan, that's not going to work. That's taking too long. We got to get them in and get them out. We got to do what we got to do. We got to do all of this. And I was saying, y'all, that's not right. Like something is going on here, right? And y'all know that the battle, right, is oftentimes spiritual. And they were like, oh, well, here you go with all of this. We don't have time for that. I proposed, right, to take time with individuals. I proposed to creating a space, right, so that these people could have a moment, have a human moment to be who they are. You just gave them some detrimental news. They can't process it. How do they process it? And y'all, this all came from my experience. And these people told me, no, this year when I left, right, all of the things that I was doing over here to come over here and start the Titan Capri experience, that was the experience. That was what I wanted to have. Yesterday was the experience. Now, I've had experiences like that, but y'all, I come a different way. And this is not a brag or a boast, but if you feel it's a brag or a boast, then that's what it is. What I'm saying to you is that what somebody told me was a no-go, what somebody told me that would not work 4 or 5 years ago, look at it now, right? So it may not have worked the way that you thought it should have worked then, but look at where you are now. I stayed true to who I am. I stayed true to what I bring to the table. I made my own presentations because people had their presentations. And then I was sitting here doing people's presentations that they created. And that's not me. And I'm saying this is not right. But then the higher powers were telling me that I couldn't use the presentation because it had Titan written all over it. Yesterday, that presentation popped up on that screen and it had Titan on it. It had my face and my name. It had my understanding. It had my lived experience on that. And I know y'all are probably saying people's first language. Well, how powerful can that really be? But y'all, language is how we communicate. Language is how we open doors and we close doors. Language and all of that, right, runs the nation. What you say has power. There's power in the tongue, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I could not reach the people that I'm reaching now if I would have caved in and let them tell me to not do it. So I went home all those years ago and I produced what I thought would be something that I just use. And then they said, well, Titan, can you come and present here? And of course, you know, you got to send in the information, right? You got to let it be known because we got to make sure that we watch what happens. Da, 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 da. You don't have anything that could be, you know, all of the stuff like that. But I said, let me just have a conversation. Let me make it generic in the sense of aesthetically, it's what needs to be said, right? However, I'm going to lead the conversation. I'm going to lead the charge, bringing my whole Titan into this. So this morning, when I say check in with yourself, where you are. I knew there had to be some way that I could change this. I knew that I was not put on this earth just for me to sit here and go in circles and twiddle my thumbs. I knew that I had something. And yesterday, I stood back and I wept because I saw it. I felt it. I understood it. The way that they all came to me afterwards, in their own way, shaking my hand, wanting to hug, things like that, and me just living my life and being who I am, I thank God for it. I thank the universe for it. I thank the spirit for it. I thank all of this because everything that I've been through has led me to this space now. And who would have thought in 2024 that I would be sitting here doing the things that I am doing, being on stages, being in front of individuals, presenting, facilitating all of these things, right? But it was because I said that it had to be me. It had to be me being me. That's what it had to be. Y'all with me? So I thank y'all for that. And I know sometimes y'all, sometimes I'll be like, I'm just getting so emotional. You know what I mean? Like I'm always emotional, but I know that I can come to you all and be real with you all about what's happening and what's going on. Right. And I just want to I want to always be transparent, right? That there are things out there, right? That we are here to change. We are here to disrupt. We are here to evolve. There are things that we are here to do. And I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up. Because if I would have given up 19 years ago, when I was first diagnosed, I wouldn't have been able to meet my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family. I wouldn't know you all. I wouldn't be able to affect change. I wouldn't be able to understand, right? I wouldn't be able to know my impact, things like that. If I would have given up and I would have been gone, you feel me? So thank y'all. I know I got a little choked up this morning. I appreciate y'all. And yeah. And I want to say this because Sand Dollars just said this here. Sometimes you got to shake things up. Y'all, I walk differently. I show up differently. And I make no excuses. If the space is not for me, then I don't need to go. I don't need to be. Right? But I want to tell y'all something. Right? God told me, you're going to go places that your energy, your spirit is going to shake things up. And they're not going to want you there. But I got you there for a reason. Right? And you are going to reach who you're supposed to reach. Period. That part. Years ago, I'm not letting you go because you got work to do. Although I wanted to leave so bad. You got work to do. Who would have thought that doctor telling me 19 years ago that I have AIDS and walking out the room and leaving me there and me not knowing what to do? That today I will be talking to you all after experiencing yesterday, after experiencing other things, after being on stages, after traveling, after people requesting, right? Me making change, me doing things for my community and being a part of it, but me standing in who I am and how God made me to be. Period. Period. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Look, because y'all know I can talk. I can keep on going, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I sat with my mother yesterday afterwards and I talked to her and she said, that's it, right? A lot of times we don't see it. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't see it. But she said the same thing. She said, you know, you do you. You know, that's what it is. That's why they contacted you. That's why they wanted you to come in. And then as I was leaving yesterday from the presentation, the person that's over Project Leap said, Titan, it just gets better and better. She said, I was sitting there, I'm weeping. She said, I'm clapping for you. She said, I'm excited, I'm smiling. She said, you are so good at what you do. And I was just like, you know what? Y'all stop before I ugly cry, because you know I can ugly cry. But anyways, look, y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Do not stop. Do not stop. So I want to ask one last time before we get out of here, y'all. Can we go ahead and show me TikTok tip and tap the middle of that screen? Thank you all for all the gifts and the love that you've shown. YouTube, Facebook, thumbs up, hearts, like, follow, share. Y'all, I am Titan Capri on all social media. You keep on doing what you're doing, and I'm going to keep on fighting and doing that. And thank you so much for all that you all do for me. I appreciate you. You are part of my village, my tribe, my gang, and my chosen family, right? And even though we may not have physically met, we not have been able to physically hug one another, I want to let you know that I'm sending you a virtual hug. This is the hug, right? And listen to it. That's it. That's from me to you. You don't have to return it, right? You don't even have to have a receipt. You hug that. You take that in. You take that in. Y'all with me? Okay. All right now. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my I'm going to go ahead and put in my journal into the comments, and I'm going to pin it, right? Because baby, let me tell y'all, Y'all be on it. Y'all keep me on my toes. Y'all tell me about the moderators. Y'all tell me about having the book. Y'all tell me about all of that. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate it so much with that. So going over. Okay, Wilhelmina, I love it. Never giving up. Okay. Okay. Yes, indeed. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. And then, so y'all, today, I'm gonna show you the book, right? And I know that we have a lot of new individuals on. I've been seeing you all. And so the book, the journal, is the Power, Position, and Purpose Journal. And so what I said to you all today is true because I journal a lot, right? And what I found looking over some of my old journals, I found that I was writing a lot of things, true things, right? And open and honest things about what I was experiencing in my life and time, right? And so I want you to do the same thing if you would, right? If you go onto Amazon, all you got to do is type in Titan Capri, but I put the link into the comments. Click the link and do that. But if you are not a link person, right? And y'all, I'm getting to the TikTok shop. So y'all just hold on with me. I think it'll be before the end of the month. I'll be up and running. However, if you don't like that, just click Amazon, type in Titan Capri, and it should pop up for you, right? But it's a working journal for those of you who are new to the channel, new to the platform. And what it is basically just an opportunity for you to be open and honest with yourself, right? Now, I want to say this before I read the word for you. And there it go again. There it go again. So, y'all, I don't know. Okay, so maybe. Okay, so now, okay, there it go. It popped up again. So I'm guessing it must be something new that's happening, y'all, because I'm talking about content. So they're saying that I can't promote it, right, on the live unless I agree to change the settings to promoting it. So anything I guess that promoting from here on out, because that's what the restriction says. Hold on, y'all. Let me read it real quick. Your live contains. See, oh my God, right? Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because you may be promoting a brand or product. So I'm guessing promoting this. However, check this though. Your live has been restricted for some audience. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reason: commercial disclosure and paid marketing. So look, y'all, I'm good. I'm good. Gone over. Okay, look, they doing a whole lot today. But you know what? That's not going to stop us. That's not going to stop us. This is mine. This is me. And like I said, I'm trying to get the shop up and running and doing what I'm doing. But y'all, gone over. All you got to do is go to Amazon and type in Titan Capri and then get the journal. And I think probably because I said Amazon, yeah, more than once. That's probably what the thing is. But in the journal will say to you that there's a word for you, and the word is blessed. And then it says, hello, and thank you for choosing this journal. I like to believe journaling is a way to acknowledge and understand where you are in life. I would like to offer you a couple of things for this journey. Number one, I am worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy of love, life, and laughter. Number two, I belong here. You belong here, right? You are not a mistake. You are God's child. You belong here, right? Number three, you are a blessing, or I am a blessing, right? I believe that if you are blessed, then you are surely a blessing. And if you have blessed anyone, right? If you are a blessing to anyone, then you are blessed, right? What is my power, position, and purpose? That's the journal. Go on over and find it. I put in the link, and y'all, we're going to go forward from there. So, y'all, let's do this on the way out this morning. We're going to do a little something different. I would like for you to plant your feet if you can. And I would like for you to roll your shoulders, right? And y'all, we're going to take a breath this morning. And so what we normally do is we take 3 breaths, right? The first breath, I'm going to count it out and I'm going to move my hands, right? So that you know the pace, right? It's a 5 pace, but it's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now, here's the thing that I want you all to do this morning. When you take this breath, I want you to acknowledge whatever that thing is that we talked about. You checked in with yourself this morning. I want you to acknowledge what that thing is. And when you bring it in, when you take that breath, you're bringing it in, you're acknowledging it. And when you blow it out, I want you to blow it to the furthest reaches of the universe or to the deepest part of the ocean. That way it can't come back around to you real quick, right? You got time to deal with it, right? And do the things that you do. So that's what I want you to do this morning, right? I want you to take these breaths with me, but I want you to acknowledge where you're at and what you're doing, right? I want you to acknowledge, right, what that is. And then you blow it away. And then we're going to make some noise, right? And we're going to be able to take care of that. Y'all with me? All right. Thank you all so much. Okay. So on the count of 3, we're going to take that deep breath in. And on this first one, I'm going to count so you know the pace. And then the second one, I won't count. And then the third one, of course, we'll go ahead and take that. All right. Y'all with me? All right. On the count of 3, deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Blow it out. All right. Y'all with me? Go ahead and move those shoulders. Give me a little Tina Turner action. Rolling. Y'all know Tina Turner. Rolling. Move those shoulders back and then open that chest up. And on the count of 3, we're going to take that deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And out. Y'all shouldn't have no pain or nothing in your chest. Your ears shouldn't be popping. Your eyes shouldn't be bulging. Okay. Because I'm telling y'all, I don't know nothing but RPC. I don't know CPR. So I'm just kidding. Look, so on this third breath, what I want you to do, when we release it and we send it away, I want you to make some noise, right? I believe making noise let the universe know that we're in control. Y'all with me? So let's do what we do, right? On the count of 3, we're going to take that deep breath in. Now, if some of you are at work and you all are making this loud noise, y'all can't blame that on me. Y'all use your inner child voice. Use that. If you got to do that, right? Because I don't want you to be somewhere where you got to make a lot of noise and you make that noise and they come over there and tell you, tap you on your shoulder, you got to go. Okay. All right. Long as we good, y'all. Long as we good. All right. So on the count of 3, we're going to take that breath. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And look, y'all, I believe that if you breathe, right? I know I'm making light, making fun, because today, got a little heavy, right? But I believe that breath is life and life is breath, right? In order for you to live, you must breathe. But how deeply do you breathe? Before you get ready to do something, breathe. Before you get ready to go off on somebody, breathe. Before you get ready to walk through that door and start your day at this job that you're not too particular with, before you get ready to rearrange some furniture because somebody didn't upset you, breathe. Breathe. Center yourself, right? And understand where you are in this moment. And then you go forward. Bring it in. And when you release it, okay, now let me rearrange something out. But now you're able to go and do what you need to do. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I will see you all on Sunday TikTok. Everybody else, I'm trying to see about going live. Y'all, this shutting me down thing has been real, but I'm still moving on. So I'll see you on Sunday at 3 o'clock TikTok. And then y'all, I will announce when I make another day um, for going live, so I can make sure that I get everybody. But thank you all so much. Now, here's the thing: if you want, come on over to TikTok. If you are on TikTok, come on over to TikTok and catch me on Sundays. We do Sunday vibing with Titan, and we have a word, and then we have some music, and we have just a little bit of history about some things, right? Good time, good thing. Y'all come on over. Thank y'all so much. Until next time, see ya. Love y'all. I appreciate you. Indeed, Pod Bean. Hey, Pod Bean, look, that's what I'm talking about. I love it. All right. Thank y'all so much. Until next time, y'all be good. Peace and blessings.